So in this session, I'm going to explain cloud computing basics. So in this, we are going to discuss about 5 units. In the first unit, we are going to discuss about cloud computing fundamentals. So in that, we have many topics in that first unit. The main objective of first unit is to how to identify, how to analyze what are the basic objective of cloud companies. We have to understand the basic objectives of cloud computing. So system model for distributed and cloud computing, and the next. Basic concepts and terminology of cloud computing, goals and benefits, risks and challenges, roles and boundaries, cloud characteristics, and then a cloud delivery model and cloud deployment model, data center technology, virtualization technology, and multi-tenant technology. So last one, containerizations. So these are the things we are going to discuss in the first unit. So main objective is you have to understand the basic concepts of the cloud computing. Okay. So this if you know these topic means you can easily understand about the fundamental concepts of cloud computing. Okay. So first one, introductions. So what is in the cloud computing? Cloud computing is nothing but it's a services so provided from the cloud provider. There is an demand delivery of IT resource over the internet with pay as you go pricing. So based on the internet, so we can access the service from the cloud provider. That is called cloud computing. So that means instead of buying, owning, and maintaining physical data center and servers, you can access technology such as computing power, storage, and database. So these are services you are going to use the service from the cloud provider. One is a computing power, storage, and database. So these things we are going to use the cloud providers. Okay. So and then that is based on based on the payment we can access services from the cloud providers. Okay. So and the next one. This is a diagram. So based on if you want, just analyze, if you want to develop an application and then post into websites. Okay. So for that you need some resources. So what are the resources? You need server and database, and then software, and also expert team members. Okay. So then only we can develop your applications and post it into worldwide websites. Okay. So in that you need server. Okay. So and then hardware, and then software, and then exports. So you know what is my server? Server is something but one of the database. It stores the large amount of data. Okay. So another one is hardware components. Without hardware component, we cannot do anything. So we have to use some specialized hardware components, and also and as well as software. Software is very important. Okay. So another one, expert team members. There is a expert team experts only. There is a developer and then tester, and then some of the employees. There is a exports. So based on this these four things will be very important for to maintain the these computing powers. Okay. So if these four services will be accessed from the cloud provider, means it will be very easy. So these four services are provided by the cloud provider, means it will be very easy to access the your is to access the developer application and post it into websites. Okay. So that is cloud computing. So the server, and then hardware, and as well as expert team members, and then databases. So these things will be provided by the cloud provider. The cloud consumer can access the service, these type of services and developer applications. So it will be very easy. So no need to make any environment setup like for hardware or any softwares and expert team members, and then software and server, these things. So no need to maintain these things. So you can use these type of services from the cloud providers. So these services, these applications will be provided by the cloud providers. So we can directly access these type of services. Okay. So in the cloud computing, that's a basic about the cloud computing. In that very important topic, cloud deployment and cloud delivery models. So cloud will be separated into two parts. One is a cloud deployments, and one is a cloud service. So cloud deployments is nothing but public cloud and then private cloud and then hybrid clouds. This will be based on how we can form the cloud services. So that is called cloud deployments. How we are developing or deploying the clouds. So based on cloud deployments, cloud deployment models. Okay. The first one, public cloud, and then private cloud, and then hybrid cloud. So another thing, how we are using the services, what type of services we need to access the cloud provider. There is cloud services, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and then software as a service. Okay, so we will discuss one by one. Okay, so in that first one, types of deployment models. So we have three deployment models. One is a public cloud, and then private cloud. Another one is hybrid cloud. Public cloud is nothing but the cloud provider provide the service to the all the peoples. That's everyone can access the services from the cloud provider. That is a public cloud. Just as in this bus, government bus. So in that bus, we can all the peoples can access the services. Okay, for some payment based on the some pay as you go price like that. Based on the payment, we pay some amount and then use the services, use our services. And then next, there is a public cloud. This everyone can access the services. Another one is a private cloud. So private cloud is something, but the service will be for anyone's organization or any single persons, just as in the own car. So in that own car only used by the owner only. Okay, that's owned by a single person. Single person can use this type of services. So another one, hybrid cloud. So hybrid cloud is something but combination of both public and private. So in that hybrid cloud, assume taxi. So in the taxi, both the private persons and public peoples also use the this taxi. Okay, so based on rent, we are going to pay some amount. Based on that, we are using the services. That is types of deployment model. We will discuss one by one. First, public cloud. The public cloud is something, but the cloud infrastructure is made available to the general public over the internet and is owned by a cloud providers. Okay. That means the cloud provider provide the service to the all the peoples. Everyone can use the resources and then all type of services. That is called public clouds. So examples, we have many providers: Amazon AWS, and then Microsoft Azure, and then IBM Blue Cloud, and then Sun Cloud. So these are all the cloud providers, public cloud providers. So another one, private cloud. So private cloud is nothing but the cloud will be formed for only single organization. In that organization, people can access the services with some restrictions. The organization people can access the private cloud based on username and password. So based on some security concepts, they are accessing. Any third party person cannot access these private clouds. So the cloud infrastructure is exclusively operated by a single organization. It can be managed by the organization or a third party and may exist on premise or off premise. Okay. So private clouds are provided by the many providers. Example, Amazon AWS, and then VMware. So these are some of the private clouds. Okay. The private cloud means the cloud will be developed based on the deployed based on the one single organization. The organization people can access the private clouds with the help of some security concepts like username and password, some any other security concepts. They are accessing the private clouds. Any third party cannot access this private cloud concept. Okay, that is a private cloud. Another one is a hybrid cloud. So hybrid cloud is nothing but a combination of both public and private clouds. So some data will be maintained as a public, some data will be maintained as a private. If the concepts of if the data will be maintained as a public, means everyone can access this type of data. It will be maintained as a private, means the only the reasonable person can access these private clouds. Okay, that is it consists of functionalities of both public and private clouds. For example, and federal agencies opt for private clouds when sensitive information is involved. When it is sensitive information involved, it uses the federal agency. There's a federal agency use the private clouds. And if you want to share data sets, okay, among general public, means it use the public clouds. For sharing some information to the public, means they use the public cloud. So the federal agencies use both the private and public clouds. That is a hybrid clouds. Okay, that's all about the deployment of cloud models. So another one is types of service model. And then in the types of service model, so what type of services we are accessing from the cloud provider? So based on this, the service will be split into three types. Okay, basically we have three types. One is infrastructure as a service, that's IaaS, and then is platform as a service, PaaS, and then software as a service, SaaS. In the first one, infrastructure as a service. So infrastructure as a service means if you are using any one business or any one applications, you need some extra additional hardware or any data storage space. So no need to buy any environmental setups, or to buy any virtual machine or anything. where we can use these type of hardware components through the internet over the from the cloud providers. That is a virtual machines. Okay, with the help of virtual machine, we can access the additional services from the cloud providers. There is an infrastructure service. That means infrastructure in the sense we need additional hardware components. That is a virtual machine. This virtual machine will be provided by the cloud provider. Based on the pay as you go pricing, we can access the this virtual machine concepts from the cloud providers. Okay. So another one platform as a service. So in your company, if you want to run any applications based on any specialized platform or any runtime environment, or any if you want to test any product based on the any specialized environment means, so no need to buy and make a setup. Okay, you can access this environmental setup from the runtime environment from the cloud provider. That is a platform as a service. You can choose platform as a service means you can use some runtime environments. For applications need some any specialized runtime environments. So that it will be available from the cloud providers. We pay and go use the these runtime environments. That is a for that you can choose platform as a service. So another one is software as a service. In that we don't want to maintain any IT equipments, so you can choose the software as a service. Example, this software service from all the components, all the infrastructure, also all the data, all the softwares, all the things will be maintained by the cloud providers just without any with the help of any one end device. We can access the services. Example, Gmail is one of the software as a service. Okay, so that is a cloud service models. Okay, we'll discuss one by one. Infrastructure service. So infrastructure service is a cloud service that provides basic computing infrastructures. It provides the basic computing infrastructures based on the pay for what you use. So in that services are available based on the pay for what you use the services. Based on that, we can pay and use the services. Okay. So PAs provider include Amazon Web Service and the Microsoft and Google Compute Engine. So these things will be these are the cloud provider provide the infrastructure service. User is something but IT administrators. So these are all infrastructure service. So another thing, platform as a service for runtime environment. If you need any, you want to develop and test and managing the applications in the specialized runtime environments. So no need to buy. Oh, you can use these the services from the any cloud providers. That's a PAS provides cloud platforms and runtime environments for developing, testing, and managing the applications. It allows software developer to deploy applications without recovering all the related infrastructures. So not to maintain any related infrastructures, we can directly use the runtime environments. That's all. The example, the user is software developers. So AWS and then Microsoft Azure and then Google Engine. Okay. So these are some of the cloud platform providers. Okay. So another one, software as a service. In software as a service, cloud provider host and manage the software applications on a pay as you go pricing model. Based on the pay as you go pricing model, we are using the software. We are using the software as a service. So for that, you don't to maintain any infrastructure or any hardware components, any operating system, anything. With any one client machine, we can access the services. Okay, there is a software as a service, and then all the software and hardware are provided and managed by a vendor. So you don't have to maintain anything. So you don't have to maintain anything for updates or any unauthorized access problems, any security issues. So all the things will be maintained by the cloud providers. Just we can you only we are going to use the software only. That's all. Okay. So example, the users are end customers. Okay. And then next we have the difference between IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Just assume in your applications in the on-premises, so you have to maintain the these things, applications, data, runtime environment, and then middleware software, and then operating systems, virtualization concepts, and then servers, storage, networking. So these things are very important. So you have to maintain this separately. For if you are using the applications on premises means, if in that applications, if you are using the infrastructure service, so infrastructure service means that applications, data, and runtime, middleware, and the operating system. These things will be only maintained by the cloud consumers. Remaining things will be maintained by the cloud provider like virtualization, server, storage, and network. There is a hardware components will be maintained by the cloud providers. Okay. So another one, next one, step we go for platform as a service. In the platform as a service, I have only the applications and data. So remaining things will be accessed from the cloud providers. So that is a platform as a service. In that we are having I'm having only the application. So I need runtime environment and also operating system and storage space and then server like that. So all the things will be maintained by the cloud providers. That's a platform as a service. And the next one, a software service. In the software service, so all the things will be maintained by the cloud providers. This applications, data, runtime, middleware, operating systems, and then virtualization, server, storage, and networking. So these all concepts will be maintained by the cloud providers. So based on the service type of services, we can choose the infrastructure or platform or software service. Okay. So that's about the cloud delivery models. Okay. So thank you.